Attention, all Sagittariuses. It's your girl D here with 8th House Readings. The lab. I was going to say 8th House Energy, but the same thing. You know. This is your October 2022 astrology reading. I hope all is well, and I hope you can hear me. I'm talking right into the phone. I guess I'm going to have to get a microphone. My background has changed a little bit, so I'm trying to get it situated so you guys can hear me. So I appreciate your patience with me. I will get it together. But for those who can hear me, you know, we are in pre-eclipse season. There's a lot going on as far as the planetary movements. And let's just talk about that first. All right, but for those of you who are new to this channel, this particular channel, we deal heavily in astrology. So we're looking at the planetary alignments. Some readings I do use cards to help, give more detail to the action of the planets in the form of people, places, and things coming towards you or ideas that you might have. But on this particular reading, I'm only just looking basically at where they are astrologically, so there won't be any tarot cards, all right? So let's talk about these alignments here. There's a lot of movement. You know, we're in pre-eclipse season right now. Okay, we're still in Libra season. Let me get my list. Yeah, I had to take notes because there was a lot of changes going on for October. So we got October 2nd. Mercury is currently retrograde for you, it's in your 10th house. So Mercury's going direct in your 10th house on the 2nd. So I drew my little chart here. That's for you. So yeah. So when we talk about Mercury going direct on the 2nd in your 10th house, this is your reputation, how you see yourself, how people see you. And, there may have been some recent memory back at, why maybe people see you the way they see you, or why you see yourself the way you see yourself. I feel like this is a lot of self-beat up, like, hoping you're not beating yourself up too bad, Virgo, But for some of you, you could just be looking back at, how things went with you and some of the people you maybe no longer connect with, okay? You could be analyzing and criticizing the situation, criticizing the other person, criticizing yourself. But I do feel like you're looking back at that, and I feel like, it's not going to be on your mind as heavy as we move forward, as we get closer to October and get further into it. But you will be thinking about, your reputation, how people treat you, how you've treated them. You're going to be thinking about work as well. A lot of you are just going to be focused on work, making your money. Now, what could be opposing that is your 4th house. And there we got Pluto in, not Pluto, we got Neptune there. That's your Piscean house. So your 4th house is your private feelings, your private emotions, what goes on in your private home. Also your family, your bloodline, right? Versus your 10th house, which is your public self, your public life, what people see, how people see you. So those things are opposing each other, right? So, there could be you seeing something for what it is. Like maybe somebody is coming at you one way, but you're seeing it totally different. Okay? It could be that somebody's coming at you saying, oh, you were so nice to me, but you remembered you couldn't stand this person. Or maybe you talk bad about them behind their back. Or it could be the opposite. It could be somebody coming around you. So just be careful of people's intentions, things like that. You may be able to see through this person. It could be family members, though. Be careful with family members who may be trying to get you to sway on their side, or I don't know, maybe some of you could be having some issues with some family members. You may see them for who they are, or maybe you see them as people who are, they're not going to take a stand against something in particular, maybe that you would agree with, or maybe they disagree with what you do for a living. That could be the case. Or maybe you disagree with a family member and what they do for a living. So there could be issues with that. Because that could come to light. Maybe somebody finds that out, how a family member is making money, whether it's you or somebody else. Somebody may have changed professions. Okay. Speaking of which, your second house here, as far as your money making, we got Pluto going direct on the 8th. Okay. That's the next major planetary movement here. So your money could be changing in reference to the power struggles that you're having with it. So if things are, if your financial situation wasn't too good, it could get a little bit better for you. Some of you may have changed jobs, and maybe you were waiting to hear what's going to go on, or if you're going to get a promotion, or if you're going to get a raise. I feel like you might get that raise. So for some of you, you may be moving or relocating. I do see that. Looking for a new place. Your third and fourth houses are lit up, and your second house is lit up too. Pluto and Saturn both are going direct in October. Saturn's going direct in your third house on the 23rd. And then in your fourth house, Jupiter is coming back over. It's in retrograde. It's coming back over in the Pisces in your fourth house. So your second, third, and fourth house have planets going direct this month, or going into, or staying in retrograde but changing houses. So I feel like you're going to be changing houses as well. Some of you may be moving or considering moving. I don't know if somebody may be considering moving in with you, or you're considering having a family member move in with you, or a family member may, something going on with family may be wanting to move in. That could be the case. Or they could see that you're making money. Something about somebody making money. I just feel like your financial situation is getting a little bit better. And that's a good thing. That's for sure. Now, as far as taking trips and things like that, I see that some of you might be doing that as well. Somebody could also be buying a car. I feel like a lot of people are buying cars right now. Either buying cars, moving, buying houses, moving from, extended stays to Airbnbs, to apartments, to houses, back to Airbnbs. I mean, there's so many things going on. People could be building houses, so they move out of their house, sell their house, move into an Airbnb or an extended stay, or a place like Trump Plaza. They got dough for a couple months while they're waiting for their house to be built. Or, you got people who, maybe they just, bohemian and they hop around, so they may have got an Airbnb at a spot for 6 months over in this country, and then they leave and go someplace else. And I just see a lot of that going on too, a lot of people moving around countrywide, a lot of that, okay, like maybe from the city to the suburbs type of thing, or from the suburbs to the city. Yeah, I do see that. And I feel like a lot of you could be having dreams about ancestors. Okay, pay attention if you're having dreams about family members who may have passed away, or what may be going on is that if you're dreaming about people, that could be who they are. You may not recognize them, but you may feel a peace or a calmness around them when they're with you in your dreams. These are ancestors that you may not have met yet. That's so dope. I would recommend being careful about gambling or, taking any risks in reference to quick money. But it looks as though, yeah, I would definitely be careful with that. Going to the casinos, things like that. It's cool to go, but I wouldn't overindulge. Or if you got a gambling problem and the holidays is coming up, don't be like, oh, let me go flip this money so I can have some money for the kids for Christmas. Do not, because it's not going to work out. I'm telling you right now. But you do what you feel is best, of course, but I don't see it working out in your favor. And maybe you do get the money, but something else happens. I don't know what, but it doesn't look favorable for you to play with money right now. Now, as far as your habits and your routines, it looks like that's changing as well, the way you spend money. Good. For some of you, you're saving money. Some of you are changing the way you spend money. You're saving up. I do see that. There's going to be major energy going on the 8th of November. I'm only talking about it now because it's so major that we're feeling the energies right now. It's full moon energy. It's a full lunar eclipse on November 8th, and we're in the pre-eclipse season. As a matter of fact, on the 25th or the 24th, the sun goes into Scorpio. We got a lot of activity the 23rd, the 24th in Scorpio. The sun goes in on the 24th. Before that, the 23rd, Venus goes in there. And then on the 25th, there is the new moon partial solar eclipse. Okay? A lot of energy going on in that house of yours. That's the 12th house. So, pay attention to your dreams. Okay? You could have some dreams that might lead you to, some money-making opportunities. So make sure you pay attention to it. All right? Definitely, because Uranus is in your 6th house opposing that. So I do feel like for a lot of you, you're going to be saving money, putting away money. And you may not even realize it. It could just be something that you're just doing out of the blue. And you may be like, damn, I didn't spend as much money as I used to. Or, usually I get a coffee like 2 or 3 times a day. I only got one the last couple of days. Okay. And then you're just going about your business. It might be something as simple as that. But there's some type of pattern or habit that might be changing. Especially as we get closer to that November 8th time frame. Now, in your relationship house, we got Mars there going in retrograde on the 30th. So, Mars is all about what, let's go. It just reminds me of that Nori song that Pharrell did. What. I don't even know if y'all know that, who Noriega is. But anyway, it's just a real amped, fiery song. Mars is real amped, real fiery. And it's like when Mars is in retrograde, it's like, he's like relaxing or recuperating, calming down, taking a break, taking a breather. And so, people may not be as aggressive or, the people in your relationship sector. So they may not be as aggressive towards you in reference to their ideas and views and how they feel about things. So maybe you could, if you really wanted something, maybe you could win somebody over. If you negotiated right or you figured out what it was that they, what they really needed, and you could bring it to the table. Maybe you could sway things in your position or in your benefit when it comes to your relationships, whether it's business, family. You might be able to persuade people because I feel like you're going through, 2nd through the 6th houses. Actually, your 2nd through 7th houses. You got a lot of planets moving around, going in retrograde, going direct. If they're in retrograde, they're switching from one house to another. So there's a lot of self-growth going on with you, Sag. A lot of self-reflection, inner work, inner growth going on in reference to how you see things, your perspective on life, how you see yourself, how you present yourself to others. There's a maturity level here, a transformation that's going on. Some of you are going through a major transformation in life. Some of you could be going through a divorce or separation. That could be the case. Some of you are switching jobs. Some of you could be considering retiring. And you're at the point where you're actually filling out that paperwork, is what I'm getting here. But there's a lot of old ideologies and old patterns and old ways of thinking coming to an end. It could be because a lot of you are going through a different stage in life. There's this major transformative stage, and plus there's a lot of karmic cycles ending for you right now. So some of you, it could be, I don't know, maybe your Saturn, your natal Saturn is opposing your the current Saturn, or it's squaring it. But I feel like with Saturn going direct and Pluto going direct in your 2nd and 3rd house, this has a lot to do with your ideas, your views, your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. I feel like these things are changing for you. So that's a beautiful thing. But I feel like it has a lot to do with you definitely paying attention to your dreams, because it has a lot to do with your ancestors. A lot of a lot of things that went on in your generational, that's in your generational bloodline. I feel like there could be cycles that you have closed out. I feel like a lot of us have done that collectively. We've closed out some generational cycles. We've done something different than, what's been going on in the previous generations. It could be anything. Like, there could be some people who are first time college graduates, the first doctor, the first writer, the first astrologist, or you could come from a long line of these people who've done these things. There's definitely something going on significant with bloodlines. But yeah, again, be careful gambling and things like that and spending a lot of money trying to flip money, trying to make quick money. Be careful with that. Some of you, you may have made some new friends. You could have made some new friends. If you're going different places and doing different things, I feel like some of you are going to make, you're going to connect with people you normally wouldn't connect with, I think. You could be opening your horizons in reference to the type of people you socialize with. But, you always been open like that anyway. But I feel like maybe you're meeting, some different people. I feel like you're going to be meeting some different people during this eclipse season. Depending on what you're doing, going to neighborhood events or neighborhood organizations. A lot going on in the community where you live. There could be some different events or activities coming up that you might be able to participate in, even if it's nothing more than going to the mall. It might be a good thing for you, for those of you who want to meet someone. Okay? Because the energy is right for people meeting people right now. Definitely. So for you guys, you definitely want to get out. Don't be indoors. Get out, right? But just be careful that, you're connecting with people who are like-minded. I feel like a lot of you are going to be very, you're going to use discernment when picking and choosing the people you socialize with. You've learned a lot of lessons. And like I said, for some of you, with Pluto going direct and Saturn going direct and Neptune in your fourth house, your ancestors are proud of you. Some of you, your ancestors are proud of you. Like, I feel it. It's like dope. So your blessings are on the way, or they're coming. A lot of us are getting blessings right now. Let me know what kind of blessings have come into your life in the last 30 days. For a lot of people, it's going to be more than one. Some people are going to be doing all right. Their financial situation is going to be getting a lot better despite what's going on with the economy. There's going to be a few people who are still going to be okay despite what's going on with this economy. And those are the ones that are going to be looked down on and looked at and blessed because they completed some cycles that they were supposed to. So just pay attention to the people, places, and things around you as they change. Just stay grounded as much as you can by doing things to keep your vibration high. Listening to your favorite music, trying to find some of your activities that you love, spending, a decent amount of time alone. You don't have to be like a hermit, but, taking time to process and decompress is very important for your spirit, especially as one that's ascending and growing. Alone time is an important part of who you are and who you're becoming. So that's what I got for you, Sag. I do want to thank you guys for checking out this astrology read. I hope you get something out of it. But make sure you check out last month's, because sometimes these things may not make sense to you, or it may hit you in a different way than it did when you watched it at the beginning of the month. So make sure you check out September's astrology read as well, all right? And don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know if your blessings are coming in or if you got something positive going on in your life right now. I want to send some love, peace, and blessings and prayers out to those who've been negatively affected by the inclement weather that we've been experiencing all over the world. It's really crazy for everybody right now. So I wish everybody the best, and I'll see you guys in the next reading.